Episode 194. We see what's happening down on the farm and talk with current pitcher for the Altoona Curve, Alessandro Ercolani. You're listening to the Bucko Banter podcast, brought to you by the Just Baseball Media Network. Cue the music.
Rockin' 101, she compliment my taste. Whiskey in my lemonade, cause I like the way it tastes. Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates. Order steak by the plates, and then case after case. Run my race at my pace, clear the grass of the snake.
Welcome back to another episode of Down on the Farm. Got some stuff to talk about. Thought we might have a trade by now to discuss outside of Cam Devaney, who we had on last episode. Fun interview. But today we've got a really special guest, in my opinion. Alessandro Ercolani with the Altoona Curve.
Scott's been waiting for this one for a long time.
I'm
excited too.
I have the hat ready.
Oh my God. Do you have your glove on you as well?
I don't. It's in my car. We got softball tonight, so...
We have softball tonight, and Scott and I, of course, have custom-made gloves, custom-made softball gloves, because why not? I have mine in just our team colors, which are blue and yellow, and Scott ordered an Italian flag on his. Not just one Italian flag on his glove, two Italian flags on his glove.
Brand 44 gloves, right? Yeah, 44. Yeah. And the 44 on the wrist has an Italian flag across it. And then there's an Italian flag along the thumb, I think, or the pinky on one of the outer parts of the glove. So, yeah, I mean, it has the light blue for the Team Missouri. Like that kind of flows with our color, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I agree. It
made
glove.
sense. Like I didn't go in saying I want an Italian glove, but I was like, it makes sense.
They gave you the option. That's all that matters. They gave you the option, and you weren't going to pass up that opportunity. So good for you. I'm happy for you. I'm excited for this interview later on in this episode. We have some stuff happening down on the farm real quick. Garrett McMillan, Jack Brannigan, Joaquin Tejada placed on the full season IL. Brannigan underwent right shoulder labral repair surgery, so he is out for the year. We were talking about it, I think, a week ago. Like, we haven't heard about McMillan in a while as well. So that makes sense that they're put on the IL. Garrett was having a good year.
Yeah, he was. I don't know what the specifics are on Garrett, but Brannigan, you don't really love to hear shoulder. I'd rather hear elbow over shoulder, labrum. It seems like a big deal. So they anticipate him being fully ready for next season and making a full recovery this offseason. So we'll see. But I always tend to get, nervous when I hear shoulder stuff. Adam, we also have some draft stuff to talk about here before we get into our recaps. But Seth Hernandez signed for slightly under slot. I think it was $7.25 million. The slot was 7.5. So I could be slightly off there. But yeah, got our first round pick in and I'm really excited about that. Signed all but I think 3 high school guys that we selected in this draft, and one being the second round pick, which was interesting. Angel Cervantes, or Angel Cervantes, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, is fulfilling his commitment to UCLA out of Southern California high school. He was a guy that Murph was really high on. A lot of draft guys were high on due to his fastball characteristics and the plus changeup. Looks like he's going to be going to UCLA. The deadline is today, I believe, right? The 28th?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's now past. I think it was 5 o'clock Eastern time. It's 5:30 as we're talking right now. Also, Connor Hamilton is going to Vanderbilt. And I believe the last one is Nick Frusco, he was 20th round pick. I believe he's going to Clemson. I could be wrong there, but they were able to sign McLean Moody, promising projectable arm out of Arkansas, who's committed to Arkansas, and then Carter Gwost out of Minnesota high school that was committed to Nebraska. So got those guys in the later rounds, didn't come away completely empty-handed on the prep side.
Are you at all concerned that Cervantes didn't sign?
No, because this happens.
Sure. Just in the second round high school.
Yeah.
Be a little bit more certain that you're going to be able to lock that up.
Yeah, but apparently the Pirates don't always draft guys. Apparently, this isn't just the Pirates that do this. They don't always draft guys that they had a deal with.
Sure.
So maybe Cervantes had a deal with someone else, but he sounds like if you're going to pass up on $2 million, I don't think you get more than $500K in NIL for college baseball, to be honest with you. If you're passing up on that $2 million, you're probably really you really wanted to go to college. And John Savage is one of the best college coaches in baseball. UCLA's got a great program. Rock Chalosky is probably going to be the 1-1 pick next year. They're infielder. So really good program, an opportunity for him to be a weekend starter and really grow as a really young prep guy. He was only 17 on draft day. So I'm not too surprised. I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, we get that comp pick next year in a much deeper class. So I'll take it.
There you go. Bubba Chandler has looked good in the month of July. He's got a 2.95 ERA in July, Scott, and 21 1/3 innings pitched. What are the chances that we see Bubba right after the trade deadline?
I would be shocked if we get deep into August without seeing Bubba. Like, seriously, I don't see a world where that's possible unless he's hurt. Because we see one of, if not a couple of, Keller, Heaney, Falter. I know that's not talked about a lot, but like could be moved.
Sure.
It seems like the discussion around Mitch Keller has really faded recently on the possibility of him getting dealt, but you'd have to think that there's an opportunity for these guys. Oviedo's coming back. You got Chandler coming up. You could use Harrington. Harrington made his debut this year. Hasn't been fantastic in AAA, but has shown that he can be a back end guy. So they have options, and Chandler being the top one with the most upside, I would be very surprised if we don't see him by some point first, second week of August.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Also, Charles Hayes is tweeting everything happens for a reason right now.
I saw that earlier. I was about to send that to you.
And I don't know what that's about, but I'm very curious I'm keeping my eyes on Twitter right now because it's that time of the year where anything can happen at any moment. And I'm itching for the Pirates to make a move. And Ke'Bryan Hayes has been on that short list.
Yeah, he has been. I don't know. We're getting to a point where like they haven't done anything, and I know a lot happens on trade deadline day, but I'm kind of surprised that there hasn't been another move outside of Adam Frazier so far. So I'm a little bit nervous just with this front office that we come out of this trade deadline with nothing, like we did this offseason. We deemed it the most important offseason. Then we deemed this one of the more important trade deadlines to really turn things around. I'm nervous in that aspect, but Brian Hayes is definitely, I don't know what he's going to bring back, but you'd think they might package him with someone like a Heaney or a Keller or even a Bednar.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah. As we go through these game recaps, I think we're going to notice that there's a lot of names that could potentially be moved in certain deals going forward. But as we mentioned on our Major League episode, the only way the Pirates are going to get better is one, building from within, which they've told you a billion times, and establishing that core from the guys that they draft and the guys that they move through their system. But two, making trades and trying to fit certain windows to capitalize on the assets that you have right now. If they do not do that, the only other option is to go spend money. Again, the only other option is for Bob Nutting to go spend money in the offseason. Scott, what are the chances of that?
Very slim. I mean, I don't think they're going to spend significantly more than they already are. And What does that get you, right? So, we see a lot of comments like, go get an impact bat in the offseason, go do this in the offseason. But they haven't done that. And over and over again, they've showed us that they're not going to do that. So the chance to get an impact bat is at the deadline here. Like, you could go trade a pitcher to the Dodgers and maybe get Alex Freeland, who's a top infield prospect. You could get a Owen Casey from the Cubs. You could get a Spencer Jones, but you're not getting those guys in free agency, guys with that type of upside. And that's why I tend to lean towards improving here at the deadline rather than the offseason, just because I'm trying to be realistic here and what I think this team will do.
Right. And as we go through this, these are the guys right now that could potentially impact this team moving forward. And I use impact. I mean, don't want to emphasize that word too much because impact is going to be very, very little with the guys that we have currently outside of a handful that could potentially contribute in late 2026, maybe 2027, if there even is a season. So again, adding to this group that we're about to go through and just strengthening the system is the only way this team is going to get better. We're adding upper level bats that are almost ready for the major league level or that have some type of experience. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's driving me crazy, dude, that we have to keep having this conversation. And I know we're going to go into the offseason, and I know I'm ranting now, but I know we're going to go into the offseason, and we're going to have our dream players that we want. And we're
going to have that episode with Noah Hiles, and he's going to have us drinking the hopium and telling us that we're going to get a Dallas Garcia. No, I'm kidding.
So I'm not telling you not to have a fun offseason and hope for the best. But if we're just looking at it in the history of the Bob Nutting Pirates, that's not going to happen. That being said, if you're going to bet, make sure you're using rhythm, okay? If you don't have rhythm and you're a sports gambler, you're messing up, okay? Rhythm is easy to use, data-backed, no spreadsheets. They're not going to complicate it. They're going to lay it all out on the line for you. You get to create your own algorithm for what you want to bet on, and rhythm will get you the best ROI for your bets. They'll even identify that for you with power trends. So put a little bit of a lightning bolt next to the best chances to win. Use the code all caps just baseball 50 for 50% off the full year. That gets you access to everything on Rhythm. Make sure you are betting smarter with Rhythm. Scott, I'll get us kicked off here with Indianapolis versus the Toledo Mud Hens, the AAA affiliate for the Tigers, who are going to be making some moves. And I believe they made a move for Chris Paddock today.
And Randy Dobnak, fellow Yinzer. So,
all right. Well, Indianapolis at 61-40. Billy Cook, 7 for 26 on the week. He's been hot. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 6 walks. Nick York, 2 for 4, 1 run, 2 RBIs. Cam Devaney, friend of the show, 5 for 17, 2 runs, 4 walks, 7 Ks. What's not shown in this stat line is the magician that he is at the shortstop position. His average right now sits at 271. Tuesday, Thomas Harrington went 5 2/3, 1 earned, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Billy Cook hit his 6th home run on the year. Wednesday, Colin Holderman, who is continuing his stint in AAA, went 1 1/3, 1 hit, 1 earned, 2 walks, 3 Ks. His ERA right now sits at 8.64. Dari Moreta, 1 1/3, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. And then Billy Cook hit his 7th home run on the year, 3 RBIs. Thursday, Bubba Chandler went 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Eddie Yeen had his 5th save on the season. His ERA is at 2.38. Billy Cook hit another one on Friday, his 8th. And then Saturday, Hunter Barco took the mound, 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 4 walks, 1 K. Dari Moreta, again, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 Ks. His ERA is at 2.76. Sunday, Thomas Harrington, 4 1/3, 3 hits, 4 earned, 2 walks, 4 Ks, 2 home runs given up. And then Nick York went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, which brings us to Altoona.
They were home against the Chesapeake Bay Sox, Orioles AA affiliate, end of the week at 46-49 overall. Termar 1 for 7 with 2 Ks. He actually didn't play the second half of this week because of an injury that is unknown at this point. Mitch Jebb 4 for 18 with a triple, a walk, and a stolen base. Omar Alfonso 2 for 17, 2 doubles, and 5 Ks. It's Merlin Valdez 1 for 9 with a triple and an RBI, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Tuesday, Valentin Linares 1 2/3, no hits, 1 walk, 2 Ks in relief. Jace Bowen 1 for 3 with a double. Wednesday, Justin Meese, the Bethel Park native, 2 innings, no hits, 4 Ks. He has a 2.74 ERA out of relief in Altoona. That Altoona bullpen is nasty. Nick Camillo 2 for 4 with his 8th homer of the year. Oviedo makes another start on Thursday. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned, no walks, 5 Ks, 2.16 ERA in the minors so far, working his way back up. Ryan Harbin went 1 inning, no hits, 2 Ks, and Mitch Jebb went 1 for 3 with a triple. Friday, Antoine Kelly, 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned, 1 walk, 4 Ks, 2.84 ERA in Double-A. Brandon Bidwell gave up his first earned run of the year. 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned, 3 Ks, 0.6 ERA for the Aussie. Wilbur Dotel on Saturday, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned, 3 walks, 5 Ks. Better outing from Wilbur as Merlin Valdez went 1 for 3 with a triple and an RBI. And then to cap off the week, Po Yu Chen went 3 innings, 2 hits, no earned, 2 walks, 3 Ks, while Jace Bowen hit his 5th homer of the year and had 3 RBIs. Adam, take us into Greensboro.
Greensboro, Javier Rivas went 4 for 24 on the week. His average is at 267. Connor Griffin, man, 10 for 23, 5 runs with a double, a triple, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, only 3 strikeouts, and 5 more stolen bases. His average is at 323. Got to start making the argument that he needs to be challenged more. I really think it's going to be sooner rather than later that we see him in Altoona. Got to get him different looks here. Will Taylor, 4 for 17, 2 runs, 2 walks, 1 RBI, 4 walks, 3 Ks, hitting 246. Tuesday, Carlson Reed went 5 innings, 2 earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Connor Delgado went 3 for 5 with a double and 2 RBIs. Wednesday, Peyton Stumbo, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned, no walks, 4 Ks. And Polanco, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs and 2 RBIs. Christian Curtis, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 1 earned, 2 walks, 5 Ks on Thursday. And then Connor Griffin went 4 for 5 with a double, 2 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. Friday, Connor Delgado hit his 12th home run on the year. Saturday, Dominic Ferracci, 4 innings, 2 hits, no earned, 1 walk, 5 Ks. And then Connor Griffin again, 2 for 4 with his 19th stolen bag and another triple. Sunday, Connor Wheatgrief, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned, no walks, 7 Ks. And then Griffin again, 2 for 5 with his 20th stolen bag on the season. Let's go to Bradenton.
Bradenton, they had a 2-parter this week. They played the Clearwater Threshers to start off the week, the low A affiliate for the Phillies, and then they finish off the weekend with the Dunedin Blue Jays at home. Wyatt Sanford, 6 for 18, a double, a triple, 3 walks, 2 Ks, and 3 stolen bases. Your Donnie De Los Santos, 7 for 21, a double, 2 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases. He's at 40 on the year. Tony Blanco Jr., 2 for 7, 2 walks. He's hitting 300. And Edward Florentino, 5 for 21, 3 homers, 5 RBIs, 1 walk, 9 Ks. Let's go to Tuesday. Matt Ager, the UCSB Gaucho, 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 2 walks, 3 Ks. David Matomo at 1 1/3, no hits, 1 walk, 1 K. Wednesday, Johnny Severino was 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI, still sitting at the Mendoza line, batting average wise. And then Friday, due to Thursday being rained out, Carlos Castillo, 5 innings, 3 hits, no earned, 2 walks, 5 Ks, got the ERA around 4. And Edward Florentino, 2 for 5 with his 5th homer of the year, 2 RBIs. Saturday, Xander Meath, the command is what he struggles with here. 2/3 of an inning, no hits, 1 earned, 3 walks, 1 K. David Matoma, one inning, no hits, 2 Ks, while Florentino hits another home run, his 6th on the year. And then Sunday, Florentino, 3rd straight game. He has 7 home runs on the year, 1 RBI. He has an average of 283 to close out the week. This is a guy that's gaining not just attention within the Pirates organization, but national attention as a prospect. Super excited for him.
Player of the week.
Man, this is tough. You got Billy Cook had a big week. You got Edward Florentino had a big week, but it's really hard not to go with the number 1 prospect in all of baseball, Connor Griffin, man. 10 for 23, a double, a triple, 2 RBIs, 5 stolen bases. I believe he's got 20 now in Greensboro. I mean, this is the best prospect in baseball. They really hit big on that draft last year in the first round, and he's, 3 or 4 times a Bucco Banner Minor League Player of the Week so far this year. Just killing it. And like you said, Adam, he might need a challenge here sometime soon.
Also, some defensive highlights from him. Did you see that play he made a shortstop?
Yes.
Just an athlete, man. All around. What a player Connor Griffin is. Let's take a break right here, and then we will be back with Altoona pitcher Alessandro Ercolani. Joining us now on Bucko Banter is current pitcher for the Altoona Curve, Alessandro Ercolani. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Alessandro, welcome on, man. Let's just jump right into it. You're from San Marino, a small microstate inside of Italy. Talk about what your intro. How did you learn about baseball, and talk about playing baseball growing up in San Marino?
Yeah, so I'm from San Marino. It's a little country inside of Italy, and everything like playing baseball for me was just like an hobby after school, whatever. So there are no many baseball field there. So I had one like 2 minutes away from my home, so it was pretty easy for me. And with me growing up, I felt like can be something more than a hobby, and now it's my work and try to keep going.
When did you start getting recognized by professional scouts, or at what age did you think like, hey, I can actually do this?
Yeah, so I think when I was 12, I took my Italian passport too. So I was going to play with the Italy team too. So I had more opportunity to get see by the scout with like some European tournament. So I think like 12 years old, I started to go more around with Italy team and see all Europe. So I have more opportunity to get see by scouts.
Do you think baseball is growing in Italy? For me, especially, I have my grandfather was from Abruzzo, so I watched the World Baseball Classic team all the time, and I would wake up at like 4 a.m. to watch them in 2023 when they were playing in Taipei. And it seems like the excitement around the team has grown over the years. Do you see that as someone that's from Italy?
Yeah, I think like is in 2-3 years that in Italy, like the baseball is growing, just like in the thinking about all the people that can reach major league or can sign a contract or can go play college. So I think the mind of the Italian maybe just get open up a little bit more to baseball. So they are starting like to find all the way to get in the USA to play baseball.
What was the biggest transition coming from San Marino to the States to play baseball? Was it just a workload playing every day, conditioning? What did you find was the biggest challenge?
Okay, so before like when I signed the contract, I had like some thinking about my head, and I thought the difficult one was like the intense of the training and whatever. So like the intense in the training and the practice and whatever wasn't like really as difficult as I was thinking about. But like the most important difficult thing for me was like the culture, all different. Didn't like speak any language, so I wasn't speaking English and Spanish. So when I get there, the first year I was just trying to speak English and Spanish, because if I wasn't like learning, I wasn't able to speak with anybody. So the biggest one was like all the different type of culture.
Absolutely. That's a good segue, because I was going to talk about the food comparison. I mean, when I've been to Italy, it's the best food I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Talk about going from Italy to the US and adapting to the culture. I mean, you go from San Marino to Altoona and having Altoona pizza.
Yeah. No, the food is like the second most difficult things.
Yeah.
But like after the years, you just get used to it and you just eat normal. But for sure, when I go after a season, when I go back home, I'm really happy about the food. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alessandro, what about just from the pitching perspective? I mean, you've pitched at the rookie ball level, Bradenton, Greensboro, Altoona. What's been the biggest difference between jumping from low A to high A to double A in terms of facing hitters?
So I think like the bigger jump was this year from high A to double A, because I'm seeing like the hitters are way different. They are more like focused on that bat. They are more prepared on the bat. they don't miss a lot and they don't swing at that pitch, So it's all the mentality.
Okay, nice. What would you say you've been working on the most this season in Altoona?
So this season, I worked a lot on my fastball up in the zone because for 1 month I wasn't able to get the fastball up. So all my other pitches was working like with less efficiency, and I'm working a lot with my changeup, and now it's pretty good. So I'm really happy. So now 1 month enough left to go. So just want to finish strong.
What's the velo at on the fastball, and what other pitches are we working with?
Like what do you mean? Like
Like
my
how fast are you throwing right now?
Right now it's like average like 92, 93 average, and with max 96 this year.
Nice. And what are your secondary? So you said you have a changeup?
Yeah, changeup, cutter, and slider.
And were you always throwing those pitches, or did you develop them in the Pirates organization?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like when I came to the Pirates, I had like basically nothing. Like I was throwing like some off pitch, but this was something that I was trying to learn myself,
Right.
So it wasn't really great. When I came here, I was rude, I was young. So everything I am right now is thankful of the Pirates.
Was there a pitcher that you grew up watching in Italy? Like, I know baseball's not big in Italy, but is there someone that you grew up and you were like, you really looked up to and motivated you to be a baseball player coming from San Marino?
Yeah, like honestly, like can be like weird a little bit, but I never had like a pitcher because before I was a catcher, and so
Mike
my
Piazza.
favorite, my favorite baseball player was Piazza for like Italy, with the nationality, but I really like Mike Trout, so Trout was my favorite player when I was young.
You mentioned trying to get the fastball up in the zone a little bit more. Is that something that you guys have realized looking at data or analytics on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, it's like basically like every day we pitch, we do a bullpen or a game, whatever. The day after, we have all the analytics, all the information you have to need to grow up, to improve yourself. So my velo, my fastball, if I use up in the zone, had more chance to off pitch, to get swung, to get missed more.
Nice. Alessandro, how about when things are not going well? Like how I know I pitched in college myself, and things sometimes don't always go well, especially during a long season. How do you handle that, the tough times on the mound?
I think it's just whenever you have an outing and it's going bad, you just have to be like, you have to flush it more quick as possible. It's the only way. Flush more quick as possible and just working every day to improve yourself to the next outing.
Can't think about it too much.
No, I think the thinking about outings, bad outings or whatever, they kill you. Like you're in your bed in the night thinking about this and can't go to sleep. So before you can flush it, it's better this.
Absolutely.
Do you have a certain approach that you take on the mound? Do you have a mentality or a certain mindset that you live by every time you take the ball?
Yeah, like it's not like mentality. I think it's like my character, how I am. Every time I'm try like to do the hitter, like it's the last one, 9 innings, tied game, this type of thing. So try to put the max effort on each pitch.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. Alessandro, what would it mean for you to make it to the big leagues and potentially be the first San Marino born player in Major League Baseball?
Will be a dream come true, So it's something that you do sacrifice on it to reach the dream. So all my life is gonna be like living the dream. Even right now, I'm living the dream right now because I'm on the right way to get there. So keep working every day and be here with body and with the mind because it's the more important things.
Absolutely. You the World Baseball Classic too. Has that been a dream of yours too, to play on that team come 2026?
For sure. It's another big dream. A lot of big name next year there. So other dream,
Absolutely.
Alessandro, we appreciate you joining the show. One question that we ask every player in the Pirates organization is, do you have a teammate or someone that you've played with in the Pirates organization that has really wowed you, or you look at them and you say, wow, that's a professional baseball player. That person's at the next level?
I think like there is no only one. Like I think every day, like all my teammates, they come into the field, they do their work. Everyone wants to improve themselves. So I think like everyone. I don't have like a name.
It's a great answer,
Say
man.
in general.
Love
Great
it.
answer.
Thank you.
Great answer. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Alessandro. This
You're
is
welcome,
great.
guys.
We're excited for you, man. We're gonna try to get out to Altoona again at some point before the end of the season, but keep killing it and best of luck, man.
Thank you so much, guys.
Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates, or the steak by the plates and